Hey coaches, hope you guys are having a great day. This is the video I told you was coming. I feel like every video I've shot the last, couple months I've been in my car, but just on the go. But I wanted to make sure I filmed this and gave it enough time, but also tried to keep it short. Hopefully I can get this all out in 5 minutes or less. But anyway, that text message I sent you guys earlier about Easter. We had our first Easter meeting as a staff today, kind of why it's, coming out now. I actually plan to reach out to you guys about it this week, and then we have this meeting, so just figured today was as good a time as any. But Easter is coming up so quickly, 46 days away now. It just blows my mind. I said this in the text, how quickly it comes around, because I feel like we just had the last one, and here we are, almost a year later. So, but it will be here soon, and just such an amazing opportunity to reach a wide variety of families, kids, students, people that are coming to our church for the very first time simply because it's Easter. Obviously Easter is amazing for many reasons. It's when we celebrate the death, burial, resurrection of Jesus, and just how grateful we are for that. But then, man, it's like, the best way I've ever heard it put is it's the Super Bowl Sunday of church days. Every Sunday is important, obviously. But man, just what a unique opportunity to reach just so many more families and kids that are going to walk through our doors. So anyway, I said I was going to keep it short. If I keep talking about how amazing Easter is, it will not be short. But anyway, just to go ahead and let you know, I put this in the text, but just want to repeat it. We are having 3 services this year. We also have a Good Friday service, but it's a night of worship, and it doesn't involve kids ministry, at least separately. We may do like a kids moment that night. I'm not sure yet. But it's not going to be any separate classroom experience. So, but on Easter, we're going to have 3 services, 9, 10:45, 12:30. So you're going to want to go ahead and make templates. I'd encourage you knock it out early, just so you don't have to, when you go to make your schedule, so you're not, confused about it and you accidentally do 9 and 11 like we do every other Sunday. So just remember that 9, 10:45, 12:30. This is our first time in a few years we're doing 3 services, and personally, I just think it's the best time because of where we're at with our church. We have momentum. We have new people showing up every single week. So this is a great time to go back to 3 services. I'm excited. Also just want to encourage you, make your Easter schedules early. Like, don't do it, the last week of March, most of you got, you're great with your schedules anyway, and you do it, usually about a month out. But I would encourage you, go ahead and make your Easter schedules. I would say like around the first week of March, go ahead and send that out. So maybe next week or the week after, go ahead and send those schedules out, because you are planning for 3 services now. And obviously, this may take us kind of expanding our teams a little bit. Maybe you're going to have to pull in people that don't typically serve in your areas, but for Easter they will. That's okay. And I'm a resource to you guys all the time, but especially for things like this, when you're making a schedule for your teams and you need more people than you typically would. So just let me know, hey, here's my needs. Here's what I'm lacking. I need 1 teacher. I need, 1 teacher and 4 volunteers or whatever. The good thing about Easter is that usually people aren't out of town. Usually they're at church. So you don't have to deal with that. But anything that I can do to help, please just let me know, and we'll make it happen. But I'm super, super excited for Easter, and just know it's going to be an incredible day. So just want to reiterate a couple things I already said. Man, I'm almost at 4 minutes already. We are going to have a meeting on March the 12th with us, obviously me, you guys, and then a couple of other creative people that I'm looking at talking to, kind of help us plan some Easter things that are going to think outside the box a little bit. I'm also reaching out to some kids pastor friends that I have, and I'm going to try to just, again, if you got eyes, plagiarize, okay? So we're going to rip off ideas. Don't be afraid to do that. Just do some research, find out what other churches are doing and how we can apply that to our ministry. We don't want to try to be another church, but we do want to take ideas that could work and apply them, filter them through the lens of LifeGate. So, anyway, like I said, Monday is when I'd like to have that, if at all possible. I understand you guys have work, you guys have your life. And so don't pour hours into this. You'll end up spending hours on it over a period of the next 7 weeks, but don't, between now and Monday, don't, sit there in front of your computer for 3 or 4 hours and neglect your family because you're like, well, Pastor Cale asked me to do this. And so, because I don't want it to become a lot. Okay, the best way you handle and take care of things for Easter is by doing it over a period of time and not cramming it at once. That's why we start reaching out to our teams about it now, almost 2 months in advance. So anyway, yeah, if you guys could just by Monday have me here's an idea of what I want my classroom to look like on Easter Sunday, some new things I want to try. Think creative, think beyond the lens of what we typically do. And then also just think about, hey, what moment do I want to create? How do I want these kids to feel in my classroom? And then, well, I just gave away the second one, but how do I want them to feel? Okay. When parents come and drop off their kids, when they, come pick them up, because obviously they'll be in the adult experience, but what kind of mark do I want to make on these kids that, man, they just say to their parents, I've got to get back next week. Because remember, we want them to just keep coming back. That's really the goal of Easter. That's the goal of every Sunday, is that people would return, not just to show up and then we don't see them again for weeks or months, right? We don't want that. We're a church. We want people to be rooted in the house of the Lord. So we want them to come back. So everything you're planning, filter it through that. How do I get them to come back? And how can I make it to where they leave feeling like, man, that was something. I felt the presence of God. I had fun. I made friends, right? Remember all the important things to kids and students. So anyway, just by this coming Monday, the 27th, if you guys could just have me in, here's an idea of what I want my classroom to look like. Use your curriculum. That'll help, right? I'm sure that Orange has some plans for Easter on there already, but, and so look at that. But then also, what can we do? What special things can we do that is unique to us? So anyway, look at that. I'm already at 7 minutes, guys. I'm so sorry. Y'all know how much I talk. I'm wrapping it up though. So I just wanted y'all to know about those 2 days. So Monday, just send me your preliminary idea plan and get some creative people on your team involved in the process, right? People that come to mind, Kara, like Sherry, she'd be great at that, helping you plan. And then Jane, Emma, she'd be a great resource to help you plan some things. And Brittany and Scott, maybe the Mianaris, maybe they have some, I know they haven't been serving very long, but maybe they could help plan. And so, yeah, all of you guys have creative people on your team that I know would be more than willing to help plan some exciting things for Easter. So just utilize them and let them be a resource to you. And even some of them, I'd like for them to come to our meeting on the 12th after church. By the way, let me know if you can come to that, excuse me, in the next week or so, just so I can know how many we're going to have. But try your best to make it. Scott and Brittany, if only one of you can make it, I get that. But just let's all try to be there that day. It'll be right after church and won't last probably more than an hour. So, okay, it's 8 minutes now. I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. But if you guys have any other questions or anything, please just call me. Okay. Easter's a big day. It takes a lot of planning, a lot of teamwork. Don't try to do it all by yourself. I'm here for you. You guys are doing this out of the gratefulness of your heart. And you're doing it as volunteers. And that is so, so amazing to me. And I appreciate you guys, how, not only for Easter, but man, every single week, what you guys do, what you pour in and put into our house, man, is so incredible. So thank you guys. Love you all. And again, please let me know if you need anything.